When you've finished answering the questions, you can review the results using either the analysis screen or the reports. In this tutorial, we will focus on the online analysis features in the tool. There are two sections to the analysis screen. The top section is a dashboard of charts with drill-down capabilities. The bottom section includes a row of buttons that will take you to network warnings, prioritized gaps, or filtered questions based on certain criteria. There are two charts on the screen that do not have drill-down capabilities. The first is titled Assessment Compliance. This chart shows you how well you are doing based on answers to the combined questions from all selected standards and the component questions from the diagram. The overall bar is the combination of both categories. There is no weighting applied to the answers. This means that each bar reflects the percentage of total questions answered correctly. The Security Assurance Level block shows a slider with the level indicated with the arrow. This was determined in the standard screen and reflects the level from the General SAL, the NIST-based SAL, or from manual adjustment. If the CNSSI standard was selected, the NIST block would show the levels for confidentiality, integrity, and availability as well. We'll take a moment to review each of the charts on the screen. The pie chart titled Component Summary Results graphically shows what percentage of the component questions were answered in each of the ways listed. One feature of this, and the standard's answer summary chart, is the ability to see the chart with only certain answer types selected. By clicking on the checkboxes below the chart, you can remove types such as unanswered, and the chart will adjust dynamically. When you mouse over any chart with drill-down capability, the background will go blue. Click within the boundary and a new, more detailed form will be displayed. We will now open the Component Summary form. In this detailed form, you can see a chart showing how well you did in each of the component categories. This shows the percentage of questions that were answered in the affirmative. A positive answer is either a yes or an alternate. Negative answers are no or unanswered. The not applicable or N/A answer basically throws the question out and is not counted in either a positive or negative way. The tables on the bottom of the form show the numbers of answers under each type, including totals and percentages. The component type chart shows the answer counts for each type of component in a bar chart format. The table below gives the details. Now, let's go back to the main screen. Clicking on the Standards Answer Summary chart causes the tool to open the overall results by subject area form. This shows in both bar chart and table format how you answered the standards questions in each of the categories or areas. The Standards Drill Down button is useful if you have more than one standard selected. It gives the details for each standard individually rather than as a combined set. We will open the form and then return to the subject area table. By clicking on one of the subject area hyperlinks, you can drill down into the list of questions in that area, as shown in this example. All the answers are provided. You can drill down even further by clicking on the question number hyperlink. When you click on a question number, you cause the system to open the help information associated with that question. From here, you can open either the source document or other help documents to learn more about the requirement and ways to address it. Let's go back to the main screen and investigate the top categories of concern chart. This shows the areas needing the most attention. This is based on weighted categories, weighted questions, and number of questions missed. Clicking on this chart causes the system to open the top categories of concern window with all the categories ranked from worst to best. Like the previous example, clicking a subject area will take you to a list of all the questions in that area. Now, back to the main screen. Clicking on Summary of Results by Selected Standards chart causes the tool to display the Summary Results by Selected Standard window. Here you will see the bar charts, but you will also see tables showing the breakout of how the questions were answered. Now let's look at the analysis screen to see how it changes when Cybersecurity Framework is selected as the assessment mode. As you can see, the screen has changed to focus on information related to the framework and the selected profile. Let's look at the Framework Summary Overall chart. It graphically shows what percentage of the framework questions were answered in each of the ways listed. Checked answers are displayed. Removing a check mark removes the answer type from the chart. This chart has no drill-down capability. As before, the top categories of concern chart shows the areas needing the most attention. Clicking on this chart causes the system to open a new window with all the categories ranked from worst to best. The next chart is the Profile Gaps by Function. It is similar to the Results by Selected Standards chart discussed earlier, except that it shows the analysis results by framework function rather than by standard. It has no drill-down option. For a more detailed gap analysis, we turn to the Profile Gaps by Category chart. Clicking the chart opens a new window with both tabular and graphic results. Back on the analysis screen, we can see the row of buttons on the bottom of the page. The first button is Network Warnings. When you click this button, it will display the warning messages that were identified on the diagram. The ID number corresponds to the red icon on the diagram. When you click on the Top Concerns button, the tool will open a list of the top questions for you to work on. Notice that these questions are ranked starting with 1 and working on down. This answers the question, what should I do first? The rankings come from a formula that includes questions missed, the cell for the question, the importance of the question, and the importance of the category. It also includes the weight of the component and the assigned criticality for component questions. As mentioned before, if you click on the question number hyperlink, the tool will open the information window for that question. The next 3 buttons on the analysis screen will open the question screen with specific filters in place. As an example, suppose we want to go back and look at all the questions that we have marked for review. By opening the Questions Categories docking window, we can see how the filter has been used. See the Questions tutorial for more information on question filtering. The graphical display of results can be a valuable way to identify areas of strength and places for improvement. Most of the information found in this screen can also be found on the hard copy reports. This concludes the analysis screen tutorial.